Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. I promise you, that man was like, it's like he just kept going. I was like, I'm looking at him like, he finished. He was like, he started blowing and stuff like that. He was like, I said, man, what's wrong with you, man? He was like, that joke nasty. This motherfucker like this. He was like, that joke nasty. I was like, it's nasty. He was like, yeah, what's the difference? Junior got better stuff. I said, so you just went over there and wasted your money on some Garbino, man? He was like, now I'll get some more food, man. My girl gonna send me another 500, man. Calm down. Calm down. We gonna be all right. I said, I ain't asked you for nothing, James. I said, you talking to me like I asked you or need you. I said, for real, bro. Like for real, I don't even want to throw you to the wolves, bro. I said, man, because it's like, if I tell you leave my room, like you can get thrown to the wolves, bro. Dude's gonna be down on your top. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen. I said, so that's the only reason I ain't got you out my cell yet. You know what I mean? I was like, you're not benefiting nothing. All you doing is stinking my room up right now. I said, so the first chance I get tired of that, man, you might be out of here, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He was like, man, go ahead, man. I said, man, look at you, man. Look at you, look, bro, you look crazy, man. You look crazy. So as I say that, you hear a whistle. Bottom tier, stand on the line. About to come through. Bottom tier, standing on the line. We about to come through. So when they do that, that's like a they coming to do like a they checking, they see how your room look. They checking to see if you grown in the face. They checking to see if you got the right hair. They checking everything. You know what I mean? Like they'll do this from time to time. So I'm like, man, this man just finished blowing out all these chickens. So I'm like, yo, James, tighten up, man. Tighten up, bro. What you doing, man? He was like, he coming up here. I said, no, you got time. Hurry up. They doing the bottom tier. So when I look, they on the bottom tier, but they moving fast though. But they gonna start on 44, hopefully. You know what I mean? So James getting stuff together. He grabbed his stem. He was like, he stuck the stem in his pants. I was like, he put the stem in his pants. He was like, grabbed all these chicken, put it in his pocket. He was like, I look good. I look normal. I said, John said, look, I thought they was going to start on their side of the steps. They said, no. They came to our side of the steps, which is 23. So they going to start at our joint. We're going to be the first jump. Our door started opening. The door started opening. I said, oh, man. So the door opened. I went and peeked. I just seen the sergeant, lieutenant, and the lady. They coming up the steps. They coming up the steps. We're going to be the first sale. So they get up there. I peek again. As I peek, I saw the sergeant lady. She was walking. She was like, because you can't really know, like it's tobacco smell in the air. It's all type of incense smell in the air. It's all type of smell in the air. So she walk up. She like, her face got on. She like, she came down. She was like, step out. We stepped out. They like, watch out. They can't look in the cell. No, nothing in the window, nothing on the light. Our bed was made. They're like, y'all cell stink. He's like, what? He was like, y'all cell stink. I was like, just use the bathroom. She was like, it smells something else. What y'all up to in here? Y'all better not be in here burning no tattoo ink. I was like, I don't do no tattoo. We don't do tattoos, man. What you talk about? We don't do tattoos. I don't know what you talk about. So she was like, Lieutenant dude was like, you good, white. What's wrong with you? He was like, my roommate was standing there like this. He was like, what do you mean what's wrong with me? He was like, why your beard look like that? Why you ain't getting yourself groomed? Why your hair all knotty like that? Why it look like you ain't combing your hair? Why it look like you been partying for 2 weeks straight? He was like, he tried to stand straight and he was like, his neck snapped like he was like, mouth crooked. He was like, I ain't partying for 2 weeks straight. You want me to shave, Sarge? I'll shave, man. Come on, man. Sarge was like, if you ain't shaved by lunchtime, you ain't getting no trim. Anybody, if you're not shaved and groomed and in compliance, you're not gonna be able to eat lunch until you shave. My roommate was like, he was standing there looking like local off South Central. You got your son out there, Bobby, stealing car stereos. He was like, was like, man, stop looking stupid, man. He was like, the Sarge, she was like, they dipped on us. They went to 24. They hit 24. They hit 25. They did the same. He was like, so we stepped back in. As they start hitting, they just start closing our door. Our door closed. I was like, man, what's wrong with you, James, man? I said, man, you almost got tore off, bro. I said, man, you better tighten up, man. He was like, his head could go like this. He was like, I said, man, you wild. I said, man, listen, man, you wildin', man. He was like, man, look, they need to hurry up. They need to hurry up, man. Yeah, they need to hurry up. They need to hurry up. I said, why? Because you ready to mess with the hottest chicken again? He was like, yeah, you know it. I said, man, you're a psycho. So boom. You know what I mean? I'm like, this dude, wow, man. So, like, all I could think about though, like, people will say stuff to me, and they'll say stuff that they think that I might forgot that they said. Like, I love when it be a situation like that because I'll hold that against you. Like, don't say nothing you don't mean. Because I'm not going to say nothing I don't mean. And he specifically said, if I give him that three-way, he going to look out for me. Y'all heard him say that. Like, y'all heard when I said the man said he was going to look out for me off the three-way. So I waited patiently. Mail came again. I grabbed the mail. I looked. It was another envelope I couldn't see, but I gave it to him. So when I gave it to him, I said, look, is that the joint your people just sent you? He was like, yeah. He rolled his legs off the bed. He was like, he was hanging his legs and swinging. He was like, yeah. Yeah. I said, well, look, what you gonna do for me though? Like, how you gonna break that down? He was like, you might just gotta sell some Hardee's chicken. I was like, I might gotta sell some Hardee's chicken. I was like, man, listen, man, how I'm gonna sell some Hardee's chicken? He was like, cuz that's the only way I can look out for you, Weezy. I was like, that's the only way you can look out? I said, man, listen, no. I said, look, just tell the dude to clean the money and give you $1 change. I said, I know he'll do it to you. I said, I know he'll do it. I said, or you can just tell him to put it on my books. I said, I want the $100, man. You say you was gonna look out. He was like, I might just gotta look out with Hardee's chicken, man. Don't be mad at it. I said, what you? He said, man, this is gone. This is gone already. This is gone already. He jumped on the bed. He was like, he went to the sink. He turned the water on. He was like, push, 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 push. He went to the towel. He was like, that money gone already, Weezy. That money gone. So if you don't want no Hardee's chicken, what you want me to do? Just get it and sell it. Just get it and sell it. I was like, yo, this dude, man, like for real, like right then and there, that's when I started like unliking him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you're not even cool with me no more. Like, I don't like liars. I don't know how he could have done that. Yeah, he's still paying me his Hardee's chicken. But like this, he talking to a young dude around this time that don't know about pumping Hardee's chicken in penitentiary. Like, I know I can do it, but I wasn't in that lane at that particular moment. So when he said it, I'm just like, all right, man. I was like, all right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. He was like, you all right, though? You good? He was like, look, I'm gonna keep getting. Man, I'm gonna keep, she got all my money. She gonna keep sending me $500 whenever I ask. He don't even know that my bro already told me that that's the last $500 game. You know what I mean? He don't know I know that, but I'm gonna let him get away with that, y'all. You know what I mean? But right now I'm in a cell with a real deal fiend game. You know what I mean? So doors open up. You go to child, you know what I mean? They was right. If you won't shave, they won't, you know what I mean? My roommate, he ended up going down the steps. Baba was posted up over there. He got his joint hit together. He was looking like a real fiend though, man. His joint was rough. Like he had looked like on the streets, like when he go on a 4-5 day binge of just messing with the Hardee's chicken. That's what it looked like. That's what the dude was like. It looked like you've been partying for 2 weeks. It did. His fro was naughty, no edge up, and his beard was just all over the place, man. So he did look like a real pluck. You know what I mean? So he get himself together. We go to child. You know what I mean? So we go to child. I guess he sent a word to the dude Junior. You know what I mean? So the dude Junior hit him off again. Now I didn't know that this man, my roommate, the whole time was really doing it like the street. The only way I found this out was because he had nobody he shared with. First of all, like he was really living good in Hardee's chicken world because he didn't have to share with nobody. Definitely not me. But it was one dude in there that I seen him start talking to, and the dude that told me one day, and the dude kind of slipped up. But my roommate had to cut up one day. You know what I mean? So my roommate got to cut up. The dude pull up on me. He like, hey, Weezy, your roommate in the room. I was like, yeah, he up there doing something. He was like, man, I know what he up there doing. He don't want to break bread. He up there smoking them street 20s. That's what he up there messing with them street 20s of Hardee's chicken. That's what he doing. I said, street 20s? I said, that stem he got don't even look like it hold a street 20. He was like, you got to stuff it in there. He said he was going to let me hit it. That's why I'm waiting. He promised that I can hit it. I said, oh, you mess with the Hardee's chicken too? He was like, yeah. I've been messing with the Hardee's chicken. I'm like, man. I said, there's an epidemic of Hardee's chicken users around here. I said, man, look, you got to holler at him when he finished, man. But when he told me that, I'm like, man, he using street 20s. He messing with street 20s of the hottest chicken. I'm like, man, this man gonna be higher than Captain Kirk, y'all. So boom. This is crazy right here, man. So he come out, he finally emerged. So he come out the cell. I guess he just made the play with Junior, you know what I mean? He come down the steps. The dude that told me to count that he be messing with the big jumps. He right there, they go in the top and the back. I guess they go mess with the hottest chicken after he come do that. He pull up on me, he like, hey, Weezy, look, man. He was like, look, man, look, don't be mad, but look, man, just take it, Weezy, man. If I can have you, like, I pay all like own people, Weezy. I was like, man, all right, man. So he gave me the hottest shit. I was like, what's this? He was like, it's 2 dimes. He was like, they 250s in here, so it's $100. So I'm like, all right. So I put it up, you know what I mean? I was like, man, like for real, I went on to stash it because I'm like, I'm gonna hold it for a rainy day, man. I was like, I don't really want to tell people like I got it. I don't know. I just want no rush. I ain't really need nothing. I had commissary. I had a little la. I ain't really need nothing. So I was like, I'm just gonna put it in the cut. You know what I mean? So I hit it. You know what I mean? So a little time went on. I guess he done all the hottest chicken that he just got. And this is how I know he done all the hottest chicken. You can tell, like I say, you can tell when a dude ain't got no more get high in the penitentiary, like on the street. A fiend gonna go do anything to go find that stuff. Like they can go get in a car, walk, catch a bus, run, ride a bike. A fiend gonna find that rock. In penitentiary, once it's over with and you on the block, like, and you ain't got no more money, it ain't a whole lot you can do but think about what you gonna say to this man and try to get someone tick the next time. You know what I mean? So I see him in the cell. This man biting his nails. He like, biting his nails. He like, man, I gotta holler at you, Weezy, man. So I'm like, what you gotta holler at me about? He like, man, I need to buy that rock back up off you. I was like, you need to buy it back up off me? I said, bro, you gave it to me to make my money, bro. Like, what you mean you need to buy? You got some money? He was like, I'm gonna have it. I said, when you gonna have it then, James? He was like, man, I'm gonna have it, man. I'm gonna have it, man. I said, look, nah, it don't work like that, man. I said, it don't work like that, man. He was like, oh, you just gonna leave me on E? I said, man, get on the phone and get your sweet. He said, man, she ain't answering. She ain't answering the phone no more for me, man. She ain't answering no more, man. I said, why she ain't answering? He said, I don't know. He don't know that I know she ain't no more money. I said, man, she's not answering because you don't have no more money, man. I said, my brother told me, man. I said, you don't got no more money. Why you trying to con me, your roommate? I said, you trying to con me? You don't even got no more bread, man. He was like, no, that's my mistress. My wife got money. My wife get money every month. I get money. You think I ain't gonna have nothing to eat in here? I'm gonna get some money. Man, I said, man, you done spent about $1,500. You know what I mean? I said, man, look. I'm gonna sell this and get me some money, man. Like, I'm not wasting what you gave me on the payment of what I done. He was like, you ain't do nothing but a 3-way for me, Weezy. And I gave you $100. I said, that's true though, man. I said, but at the end of the day though, like, what you mean is my $100? Like, you can't tell me what to do with my $100 because you won't eat right now, man. He like, so you gonna leave me like this, Weezy? You gonna leave me like this, man? That man started crying. He started like peeling at his face. I'm like, what you doing, James, man? He was like, I was like, man, look, man, here. I said, man, I'm not giving you a whole rock. I'm gonna let you know now. He was like, hey, give me one of them, Weezy. I was like, no, man. I'm breaking it down, man. I went to the table. I was like, look, you need to calm down. He stopped. Tears still flowing down his face. I was like, grabbed the ink pen. I closed it, take the ink pen part out of it, and just with the part, like the little tip of the ink pen. I was like, I hit it. I was like, that dropped the split. I was like, won't that big? I was like, yo, here, man. I said, that's all I got for you, James, man. He was like, this ain't gonna do nothing. Weezy, give me the other half. I said, no, bro. I don't, man. No, man. Just go ahead and get off E, man. He was like, he did that fiend pat down. He was like, that's that fiend pat down. Y'all ain't never seen that. It's the fiend pat down. I look, that joint was all black. That joint burnt fast. That joint was gone, y'all. So boom. I ain't give him nothing but a blast. He was like, he put a stone on the test. Man, hide that junk, man. He just got that junk sitting right there. He was like, he sat on the box. He was like, dude, man. He's like, I gotta go holler at Junior. I said, yeah, because I'm not coming off my little. He was like, man, I gotta get me some more rock. He was like, dude, next door got some. He was like, dude, across the hall got some. Like, man, well, all right, bro, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, man. I don't care what you do. Do what you gotta do. So I can remember the following Monday, this was like around the weekend time. The following Monday rolled around. Now, I had to go to the dentist, man, get a tooth pulled. Like, this is my first tooth I gotta get pulled. So I go to the dentist. I'm in the dentist all day. I go to that joint like 9. I don't come back till like dinner time, you know what I mean? So I come back from dinner. My word, y'all, like, I'm adding, you know that feeling after you get your tooth pulled? Come back in the joint. I mean, I walk in the pod. I see the white lady working, you know what I mean? I look, give her the pass. I turn back around, I look. I seen my roommate. He's standing like by cell 25. He like, I'm like, get up the steps. I'm like, hey, you got going on, James? He was like, hold on right quick. Hold on. You need 5 minutes. I was like, you need 5? I said, man, I just got my tooth pulled. What you mean you need 5 more minutes, man? He was like, it's 5 more minutes. He's chill. I'm grinding. You ain't gonna help me. I'm grinding. Are you grinding? He was like, I'm grinding. Yeah. So the dude next door got some. I'm like, man, what you got going? I look. I see the tall dude that sleep downstairs in cell 12. He come out outside. He walked past my cell. He like, hey man, I left the money in there. Appreciate it. He walked by. I'm like, I said, bro, you let somebody in our cell to be the #1 stunner, bro? He was like, man, I charged him $20 for 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm just looking at him like, he don't even know. I'm just looking at him like, I ain't saying nothing. I go straight to the cell. Look at the white lady in the booth, white lady in the, she ain't even looking, she had a control booth like our cell is right there though. She go like this, our cell is right there. She's still in the John walking. I'm like, I look, I'm like, I see the box right there. You know what I mean? I'm like, this dude, the dude who's coming in my side. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say my tooth, my shit aching. I was like, man, I need a nap. I was like, y'all know it, like I'm not 100%. I lay it down. I promise you, man. By the time I wake up, the wreck was over with. Like, we about to lock down for the main joint. I wake up, I run downstairs, get some ice. My joint feel a little better. I come back up the steps. He right there. He saw the doors closed. He looked back. He was like, they need to hurry up and count, man. They need to hurry up and count, man. That's what they need to do, man. They need to hurry up and count, man. I was like, yeah, they do need to hurry up and count, man. They do, man. I'm like, yeah. People came through and counted. And as soon as them people came by, and I heard that back door closed by 44. They was going into 2D and counted. As soon as I heard that jump, he was at the door. I was behind him. As soon as he turned around, he was like, man, that man turned around. I was already like this. Bah! I smacked fire out of James, y'all. So boom! James said, Young Blood, why you hit me for? I was like, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. I said, what the fuck wrong with you, nigga? You got niggas coming in here beating they motherfucking shit in my cell, nigga. I said, man, you tripping, man. He said, nephew, I was grinding. Nephew, I made $50, nephew. I was like, man, you do that shit again, man, I'm gonna fuck you up, huh? Don't let nobody come in here, bro, when I ain't in this cell, man. I'm gonna do it. He was like, all right. I'm still standing up, man. I'm looking at him, I'm like, you tripping, man. What's wrong with you, man? I was like, man, I go to the dentist, man. I gotta come back. See, dudes, I said, I'm gonna tell dude, don't ever do that again. I said, man, y'all lucky I just came back from the dentist, man. I said, man, you wildin', man. What's wrong with you, man? He was like, all right, man. All right, man. I said, man, you tripping, man. You tripping, James, man. He was like, he looked like dude all belly, like, yo, you can get yours, B. He sat down in the box. He was like, yo, you gonna get yours, B. That's what his mind was saying. He ain't said it out loud. I'm still right there over top of him a little, like, man, you tripping, man. How's this wrong with you? I know the dudes next door, I know they heard it. I knew for a fact they heard it. I'm like, man, you wildin'. So the whole time I'm on edge. I'm just standing up. And he keep trying to cop deuces. He like, man, come on, man. I was grinding, man. You ain't help me out, man. I was grinding. This my cell, too. I was grinding. Like, I started to hit him again. I'm like, I just see that he's stuck on stupid. This man is stuck on stupid, man. And his time is about up in my room, man. His time is about up in my room, man. So I said, you know what, James? I said, bro, I get what you're saying. I get it, bro. You an idiot. I said, this is my fault for even having an idiot in my room this long, bro. I said, but look, I'll be damned if you're going to beam him up to Scotty the whole time I'm in 2C, y'all. So boom, your ass got to get out. That's what that means. You got to get out, bro. He was like, I got to go. I said, yeah, we're going to go holler at the people and you got to get out. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, shit. All right. That shit don't mean shit, yeah. That shit don't mean shit. That shit don't mean. I said, man, you still talking? I said, man, you wildin'. You brought somebody else in this cell to fucking jack off, bro. I said, you wildin', bro. The fuck is wrong? I said, them niggas went and, you know what I mean? Them niggas went and do that shit. If they would have came and asked me that shit, I would have been disrespectful. I said, bro, you wildin', man. He said, well, he gave me $25. I said, man. I almost hit him again, y'all. I was like, this dude is just fucking out of control, man. This dude is fucking out of control, man. So he run that little scam. He go get some of the dumbass shit over in 2D. Some of that fucking garbage. So goddamn, he come back in the cell. He messing with that. That shit stink worse than all the other joints. So he like, man, I'm gonna go holler at Junior, man. He was like, Junior got the same thing for me, but I told him I ain't gonna have it till the beginning of the month. I was like, I don't know why you still telling me your future plans, bro. You about to get the hell out of this cell. Like, why the fuck you telling me your future plans, bro? I don't care about your future plans. Like, that's how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? So I guess he went and made that play. He come back. He like, look, I know you mad. Look, that's the piece you gave me right there. I looked at what he had. He had plenty rock. I'm like, where you get all that rock from? He was like, I got it from Junior. I was like, man, all right, man, look. Like, for real though, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, can I eat with you tonight before you kick me out? Like, he had the pitiful face, kind of like, come on, man. Like, I was like, you ain't got nothing. You got to spend all your money up. You done messed up every dime that you had. You done lost all the bread from the ladies that was holding your bread on the street. Like, you don't have nothing left. You in this joint trying to goddamn rent our joint out like we the Holiday Inn upstairs. I said, man, you wildin', man. I said, man. I said, yeah, man, I'm gonna make something to eat. I said, but you still get the fuck out of here when we holler at this unit manager, bro. Like, I ain't staying in the cell with your ass, man. He was like, I respect that. I respect it, but I ain't got nothing to eat. This man ain't even had nothing to eat. This man ain't had nothing to eat, man. This is my word. That man got rid of everything. Everything went to the Hardee's chicken. Everything went to Hardee's chicken. He had that hardball that Junior had, man. That man came. When people counted, he sat on that box. And that man said, yeah. That man said, yeah. He said, man, look. Man, look. I don't want to say it, but you don't know what you're missing, Weezy. I said, man, I'm not smoking no fucking crack, man. You tripping, Unc, man. He was like, look, tell it. If you're having a bad day, it'll make you feel better. A bad day to make you feel better. I said, man, look, you just high, man. Hurry up, man. You just high, man. Hurry up, man. He was like, man, finish that joint. That man was like, he set that joint on the table. He was like, not good now, Weezy. So boom. He was straight. Went down the steps. Like his day was better. He out there joint high. He sit down. He just in the space is all. He just in a great mood when he off the Hardee's chicken, man. You know what I mean? So next week came, which was the following week after that was the beginning of the month game. So now I'll say he probably got like a little bit left of what he had got from the dude Junior. Next thing you know, that's gone. Again, I know he don't have no more when he get to acting stupid. You know what I mean? We say, hey, look, man, I need you to send me that piece back. I'm like, oh, bro, listen, no. He just gave me the joint back. Like, he just gave me the joint back, man. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not, man. I'm not. Don't ask me. It's not gonna happen. And we getting you moved this week. Like, he was like, man, don't kick me. I said, nah, bro, I can't do it no more, Junior, man. I said, I can't do it no more, James. He was like, man, look, Junior ain't gonna give me no more because I still owe. I said, did you ever straighten that out? Like, you got that money coming from? He was like, I'm gonna try to run it down. As of right now, I don't got it. As of right now, I don't got it. Right now, I can't worry about that right now. I'm just worried about getting high. That's all I'm worried about. I'm worried about how I can get some more rock. That's what I'm looking for. I said, man, I know you terrible on the street, man. I said, man, your ass is crazy, man. He was like, wait, look, come on, man. I was like, all right, man, here, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Went on and gave it to him. The man got that shit. He was like, he did the feeding pat down. I said, how the fuck you gonna pay Junior? He was like, we'll figure it out. I just left him alone, y'all. So boom. That man sat right there in that damn box and smoked up another $10 piece of rock. That's what he did, man. And I was hoping that maybe that could get his thoughts together, but no, it wasn't. It was just frying his damn thoughts, man. That's what that hardest chicken do to you, man. It fry your brain cells, man. It's nothing like the marijuana leaf game, man. That's a whole different ball game right there, man. I'm watching this man get back to looking like a straight fiend in the face. His beard looking all rough because it's growing back in patches. He ain't got no edge up. He got the Jim Jones beard with no line game on his shit, looking crazy as hell. And he just looking more and more like a fucking fiend. That's what he's looking like, more and more like a fiend, man. I'm just like looking at this dude, and I'm like, this junk crazy, man. So the next week rolled through. This is my word, man. I stayed in the cell. The doors open. Sometimes, like after the morning count joint, like we'll be on standby for child probably like an hour or two later. You know what I mean? So I stayed in the cell. You know what I mean? So I'm staying in the cell, chilling, just in that junk, relaxing, man. He stayed in too, that I noticed, because I seen his shoes were still right there on the floor. So our door open and close, boom. So I hear somebody, where's that? Hey, where's that? You know, I'm like, hey, where your roommate at? I'm like, he in the bed. He's like, I'm like, what? So he was like, dude from Richmond was like, I went back and got in the bed. I was like, sat back down, started chilling again. Sitting there, I just happened to see a face come to the door. He was like, nigga ain't knocking nothing. That nigga was like, I see the damn gray beard. I see the gray beard and I see the gray coming out of his hat. He had the orange hat on, but I see the gray in his hat. It's the dude Junior. He like, he pointed at me. He was like, pardon me. I was like, he was like, pardon me. Boom, 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 boom. My son was like, he turned around, seen that nigga at this door. He was like, dude was like, he hit him with that joke. I'm in the bed looking at this joke. Like, he was like, he ain't looking at word. When he told me pardon me, that's the last time me and him made eye contact. The whole time his attention was on my fiending ass roommate. He was like, he hit him with that joke. He was like, nigga off the bed, he ain't jump like he usually do. He took the toilet away. He was like, he got down. He was like, what's up, Junior? He was like, man, get your ass out here right now. I need to fucking talk to you. He was like, look, man, I got you, man. He was like, look, I just need a little more time and a little bit more stuff. He was like, a little bit more time and a little bit more stuff. Motherfucker, I already waited 2 weeks for my motherfucking money. You better get my motherfucking money. That's what you better do. You better get my money. And I ain't gonna tell you again, because if you don't get my money, I'm gonna get my money out your ass. I was like, oh shit. I heard that shit. I was like, yo, hey, come on, bro. Y'all gotta take that out there. He was like, he looked back at me. Dude was like, man, I couldn't see the dude no more because the dude kind of probably on the door on some cool shit because he 229. He don't even supposed to be in our pod. So he probably was on the door talking to that nigga like, dude, motherfucker, like, cause I could hear his voice, but I couldn't see him. I could see Junior. I could see my roommate standing right there. You know what I mean? He like, I'm like, yo, bro, come on, bro. You gotta get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. He was like, nigga, I'm telling you, I want my motherfucking money right now. Nigga, get on the phone, get my money right now. I ain't leaving without my money. My James was like, I don't have your money right now. What you want me to do? I don't have the money. What you want me to do? He was like, motherfucker, all right, think I'm fucking playing with you. So dude dipped. Junior came back, sat back down. He was like, I said, yeah. I said, shit done hit the fan now, bro. I said, shit done hit the fan. This shit done hit the fan, bro. Like this is it. This is it right here. Like, I knew it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, he don't have his fucking money. He came and fucked all this money up. Like a real fiend, you know what I mean? So I'm like, this shit crazy. He trying to think what he gonna do. I said, bro, I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. You gotta get the fuck out of this cell. And y'all niggas ain't coming in this cell doing shit. So whatever it is, you better take your ass out that fucking cell. This is what I'm telling you. And I'm looking him in his face and I'm serious as fuck. Like, nigga, you either gonna deal with me or you gonna deal with him. One way or the other. I don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, so throw me to the wolves. I said, what the fuck you mean throw you to the wolves, nigga? I ain't make you smoke all that fucking Hardee's chicken. Fuck around with you, nigga. He was like, yeah, it ain't your fault. He sat back down. He was like, it ain't your fault, Weezy. Yeah, I'm gonna stand on it then. I ain't got his money. Yeah. He stood up trying to pump himself out. He was like, I ain't got his money. What the fuck? God damn it. They said, cell break. Door said, door started opening up. Next thing you know, he was like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. He pumped himself up. He got it, ran down. I seen him go out. I come out behind him. I look. He was walking down the tail. He went down the steps like this. He was like, he got to the bottom. He was like, dude was back there by his homeboys. Dude was standing there because he can't be out in the open. Dude was in the cut. I come out. I want to talk to him. Like, look, I can see my roommate walking towards him. He walking towards the dude Junior. Dude Junior was right there. He was like, he walked up. He was like, I ain't got your motherfucking money. I ain't got your motherfucking money. I ain't got that shit. I ain't got that shit. Do what you gotta do. When he said do what you, before he can say do, before Duke can even get out his voice, I ain't got that shit. Do what you gotta. The punch was like this. Old head was throwing that shit. Boom! Man, old head hit James as James said. Boom! Man, that nigga, I watched it from a far distance. From a far distance, I seen this man get slapped. Man, old head slapped it. Boom! Caught him with a decent, man. I'm talking that punch, you can hear it. That jump was decent. Man, he caught James' ass when James said, he tried to gather himself to not to fall. He was like, he got lower and was just like, boom, he hit the ground. He tried to move. Spaghetti legs. He was, boom, nigga fell again. Old head come behind him. Motherfucker. Boom, hit his ass again and nigga hit the ground. Boom. Lady see this shit later like, oh shit. Y'all stop that right now. She grabbed the jump. Y'all stop right now. Dude, old head 229 nigga was like, motherfucker, you gonna buckle my money? He kicked that nigga in his stomach. He was like, boom. He horse kicked that nigga in his stomach. James was like, oh. That nigga hit the ground. Lady started hitting. Boom, boom, boom. Old head hide behind the wall. Lady hitting. Boom, 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 boom. She ran out of bullets. As soon as she ran out of bullets, old head came up behind that nigga and started stumping that nigga head. Boom, 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 boom. He fucking goddamn James. I'm like, oh shit. Goddamn police finally running that bitch. Police running that bitch. Ran down old head, man. Got old head ass, man. James was on the ground looking like the nigga after Kane, goddamn it, old dog stumped his brains out on Minister Society. That nigga was like, that nigga was looking fucked up. I was like, oh shit. Shh, that's nigga wild, man. Police got him up. They had to call medical to go get the Gurney gang. Gurney came and got that nigga ass, took that nigga to medical. 20 minutes later, they come back and pack that nigga shit up. What happened, White? I don't know, man. Why that dude come from one building over here then? I don't know, man. I ain't know shit. I ain't know shit about shit. That's what I wanted to say, man. Long story short, man, James never brought his ass out the hole. That nigga was in the hole for a long ass time that I heard, and he never came out. You know what I mean? He must have got shipped to another spot where he could do the same bullshit at. You know what I mean? Now the dude Junior, I seen him, he got out the hole for that shit. Like he got out the hole for that assault joint right there, but he beat dude ass. And that's the lesson that you gotta learn by coming trying to fuck up all the money, man. Like coming trying to use up all your bread and own bread in penitentiary. Like it's a difference. Dudes want their money. And that's what you're supposed to be a man. That's why you're supposed to be a man and be about your word and pay dudes what they giving you, man. Like James wasn't doing that. James just was thinking about getting high. That's all he did. That's why he lost all his fucking money, man. Like he was a psycho, man. But that was a maniac selling. Like that dude, I already know he was gonna self-destruct himself. I already knew it, man. Like it was nothing for me to get out the deal unless I had Hardy's chicken. I wasn't even tripping on it, man. But that dude was wild, man. So that was a crazy situation. But that's the end of the damn story, though. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Stay out here with your family, man. Stay out the way by any means, period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a bonus banger. So what did y'all do with this one? Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe and stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.